My hesitation was the unknown, I guess, not knowing what these daily challenges involved, not knowing how much sacrifice would be required of me.
I was like, hey, like, what's kind of the time commitment? I'm very big on like, I don't want to just do something and then not do it all the way, like not see it through.
I didn't have any reservations about what Joel had planned or what we were going to do. Nothing on his end. All my reservations were about myself, like whether I would wuss out on something.
I'm always trying to improve myself, but also there's a lot of confusion in society about what manhood looks like, what it should look like.
A lot of like, at least in my local area, just other men are just pretty complacent. I've just never, jived in with that. I've always like, oh, what if we do this? We could do this. I just kind of dreamed pretty big. So how I found out about 31 Day Challenge was through a friend of mine.
I met Joel through a buddy of mine who Joel had coached, and I'd seen remarkable changes in his life. And then another friend of mine had been coached by Joel, and his business really took off.
Joel used to be my business coach. And then I went to a Jocko Willink event with him. And right after that event, he was talking about how he wanted to put this program together. Every time I've done something with him, he pushes me out of my comfort zone. And I kind of figured that's what this would be about.
I was at a place in my marriage that I didn't want to be. I was at a place in my parenting that I didn't want to be. My business wasn't seeing its most profitable year, and I knew that I needed to make a drastic change.
When anything makes me a little nervous, my cue in my head is to just go at it. Worst case scenario, I don't do as well as I thought in this.
So the reason I decided to do it was like my friend just like talked so highly of it, and he kind of let me know like, hey, it's as little as much as you want. Even if you went all in, like it's not like hours and hours and hours of work. It's just, it's more just like, hey, like a daily routine. Like it's very focused on like, just like the book says, becoming a better man.
Joel, he comes off as incredibly intimidating. He's very successful. He's strong. He knows jujitsu. He can hurt you if he wants to.
Joel intimidated me a lot. He's a guy that's already done it. He's constantly doing self-improvement. He's done really hard things. He's got a wonderful family.
Intimidating to me at first. He's very successful, but like he had the same struggles that a lot of us are going through as far as business owners go. And so he can relate a lot too when it comes to that. He doesn't let you like make excuses. He doesn't let you like waste time or beat around the bush. Like he's just like, hey, like we got a task, we need to do it. And that's what I needed. Like I needed that in my life.
Because he's a regular guy. He's just incredibly successful and has a lot to teach.
He normally charges $5,000 for 2 hours of his time. I've paid him that to help me in business, and it was worth every penny. So the fact that you have access to a guy like Joel for $200 is insane.
There isn't another program that I've really found like that I've at least done that has like that accountability side where there's follow-up and not just like, here's your course, here's what you need to do, and then like, and you're good, you're set, you're golden.
And so to get together with a group of guys and work on that with one another, with some accountability and some goal in mind, some structure.
It's just good to have other guys that like have that same mindset that can hold you accountable to, what you said you're going to do.
After doing the 31 Day Challenge, I would say that my family definitely sees me differently. I think my wife has a higher level of respect for me. I can remember one particular instance where my wife called me and she had a question, and the way I responded was not the way I would have normally responded. And her response to my response was, who are you? In a good way. Who are you in a good way?
Like I've always thought my relationship with my wife is good to great. It's even better now. I've always thought I've done really well with my kids. It's even better now. I thought I was good at business. It made me realize I'm not that great at business, and I need to bring a lot of people around me to learn from and to help mentor me. And it put me around people that were at a high level in a lot of things.
My wife's like, hey, like, if you want to do these challenges every other month, I'd be fine with that. I said, hey, I'm going to do another one. She's like, oh, that's great. Like, that'll be good. And I didn't tell her when it started. And then kind of like 5 days in, she's like, is it your challenge start? And I was like, yeah, it did. And she's like, okay, I noticed.
What would life be like today if I'd never joined the program? That's a good one. I would have probably been stuck in some of the same ruts.
Life would look the same. It would, unless we take drastic action on changing ourselves, we're not going to change.
So if I had never taken the program, I would probably be running the day-to-day operations today in my business instead of being able to plan things out and like see things in the future.
even if you take away one thing from it, it's worth it. I say if you're on the fence about it, just jump, go for it.
If you're bored, if you're in a rut, if you just want to get better, this is the type of challenge that you need to go do.
I mean, if you really want to like be better, and like if you've stumbled upon this, you're probably searching for like a way that will help you be better. So I mean, like, just give it a shot. Like, you know, I mean, like, it's 31 days. Like, his heart behind it and like his purpose for doing it is really to make better men. And I'm seeing that.